going to talk about my bigger picture 2023 plans that are book adjacent, like they're related to this channel in some way, which is why we're talking about them, but they are not specifically reading plans. This is not me coming up with a TBR. We're not going to talk about specific books in this or specific, like I'm trying to read this series or whatever. We're talking about like bigger picture conceptual goals or intentions. I'm trying to say intentions this year. So I want to talk about simplifying. I want to talk about branching out in the kinds of things I share. And I want to talk about getting back to writing. So goal number 1, simplify. And maybe simplify is not the right way to say it. I want to get back to basics, meaning part of what I love about being an online book content person is I got into this because I wanted to connect with other people about books. It's fun to challenge myself to try new skills. So like I enjoy the challenge of figuring out how to make videos or make different kinds of videos or thumbnails or, figuring out a podcast. Like I like that figuring out the technical side. And then I love the communal aspect. I like connecting with other people. That's really what I got into this whole thing to do. And I had a nice long quiet moment at the end of the year, which is my favorite thing about the Christmas season and how I have it set up now is I get some nice quiet reflection time. And upon reflection, I realized that one of the things I want to really focus on is getting back to basics in 2023. So I really want to focus on simplifying what all I'm doing with the channel. So the main way I'm thinking about that is, I get a lot of requests for sponsorships. I'm already pretty not doing that for the most part. Like I already kind of dialed that down. I'm not really making Read Bliss videos anymore. But I'm not gonna say no sponsorships, but it occurred to me that having to do that whole thing adds another layer of stress to scheduling. And I wanted to try it because I think, it is nice to see some kind of tangible, like you put in this effort and you get something for it. Like that is to me a part of it. And it's a lot of time and effort to do this. So like feeling like you get some kind of compensation on days when you're not in the mood to like put in the work, it is helpful. So I'm not saying like, I'm not been thankful for that or, I haven't appreciated the money because like, frankly, that funds my book habit now is this channel. Anything that I need for the channel has to come out of what I make from it. So yeah, I've been thankful for that, but it does add a layer of stress. And so I think I'm just going to try to cut back on engaging with that at all. It's like a scheduling thing. And I did want to try it. Like it's interesting now having done some of it, like understanding how that works. It does give you a different perspective on how the online content creation business works, at least in books and from what I've gathered in a lot of other entertainment-based industries as well. So it's interesting. I'm glad I've done it in the past. I've been thankful for it. If I'm ever, in between jobs, it might be something I dial back up. For now, I think I want to dial that down to try to simplify things. The other thing is then like really focusing on the communal aspect and how to foster that. So I've got a list of different like collab things that I'm hoping that I can work on this year. I've already got, there's one in a different, in intention number 2 that is connected to that, but I'm going to have like a recurring collaboration in 2023 that I'm really excited about. I have some live ideas that I want to start reaching out to people about and trying to do more, getting back to doing those lives a little bit more frequently because I enjoy them. I enjoy connecting with you guys and it's fun to just chat with other creators. And then I also want to start like putting more time into connecting with like Patreon and channel member stuff. So like I really like the smallness and intimacy of having lives over there. So my intention is to start doing some like read along / book club stuff with those folks. Just because I think it helps me get back to some of the just like smaller communal focus, like discussion based stuff that I got into Booktube for in the first place. So that's like an intention is back to basics, plug it into the community, plug it into you guys, all of that stuff. Like that is intention number 1. Intention number 2 is to branch out a little bit from books. In terms of what I talk about online, because I just enjoy being online and talking to people and whatever. I don't know what that says about me and my ego and who knows. you have to have a little bit of an ego to be any kind of content creator. I am completely aware of that. But for whatever reason, I like to talk about things that I'm interested in with strangers on the internet. It just, for whatever reason, it appeals to me. So I think I'm going to start, especially in my shorts, doing a little bit more of that. So like maybe doing some movie reviews or TV show reviews or product reviews of things that I'm enjoying. Like, I enjoy seeing that content in general from people that I like, even if they're branching out from like kind of what I know them for. So I don't know that I want to get into making full-on videos about that, because I just don't feel like that's what you guys subscribe for. Slash, I don't know if there's enough there for full-on videos. But I think shorts slash TikToks could be a good way for me to do that, which I enjoy. Like, I did Trader Joe's advent calendar on YouTube Shorts. I did my Bon Maman calendar, advent calendar in December over on TikTok. Like, I enjoy doing some of that, so I want to lean into that. And then I have a podcast that we are working on and will hopefully be coming to you guys soon, that I am doing with Jess Owens, who is one of my best Booktube pals, and we talk all the time. So we're just gonna make it more formal and official. And we kind of had that discussion of like, should this be about books? And we're like, no, we don't think it should. So more to come there. I don't have a lot of details I'm ready to share on that yet, but that is the intention, is to get that going. Hopefully she's okay with me saying that. I'll let her know that this is going in this video. I'm not committing to any specifics. You will hear about it when there are specifics, so keep your eye, I guess, like on my socials probably will announce that. So I'm excited about that. I think that that is going to be really fun for both of us. She's never done a podcast before, so it'll be kind of a new skill set for her to learn. And I've not done one in collaboration with someone. I've only done sort of like book-based Changeling casts, which I've loved, but doing that with somebody I think will be super fun. Also ties into my first intention, which is getting back and like plugging back into community stuff. So I think that goes together very nicely. So that's intention number 2. Intention number 3 is getting back to writing. So, believe it or not, many moons ago, I used to write all the time. A lot of like just short story stuff, a couple of at least attempts at starting to get through a novel, and then realizing in the middle that it wasn't working the way that I thought it was going to, and not having the patience to go back and fix it. But I do have the outline of a mystery novel that I think is like, it's the most solid outline or like idea skeleton of anything I've ever tried to write. And then right when I'd finished that, I got really sick with my autoimmune disease and pandemic lockdown happened. So with all of that craziness, so basically the timeline was I was writing up until I went to grad school. Grad school took over my life. When I came out of grad school, I was totally just like drained of being able to write from having to write so much in grad school. And I read a lot more, which has been the pattern since you guys have known me. But I needed a creative outlet, which was part of why I started Booktube, was that creative outlet. This is a wonderful creative outlet for me, and scratches a lot of that itch. The problem though is because it scratches a lot of that itch, it keeps me from going back to what the original goal was, which was to finish a novel and at least attempt to get it published or to shop it around or whatever. That was the original goal, was like, I need, a break from writing. So like, let's lean into reading. Reading is my first love, my first passion. And then I'll do Booktube for the communal aspect, to have people to talk about books with. And then also this will be like a good creative outlet while I'm kind of letting the writing come back. So that was the theory. We're coming up on 6 years, and that has not, to be fair, 3 years in, I thought I was gonna do that, and then life, just took a gigantic crap on me, as it did all of us in 2020. So I got off track a little. But this year, I really do want to get back to it. So I'm going to just straight up steal this idea from Leanna, from Leanna's library. And she has, I forget exactly how she has this set up, but one of her tiers or one of her perks on Patreon is writing updates. I am going to start doing that for my Christy tier, and I'm going to introduce, my lowest tier is the Andrews level. I'm going to introduce a tier that is $1 above that, and that's going to be for them and up, writing updates, mostly selfishly for me, because she's talked about how that's been really good accountability for her and the writing she's trying to do. So that's going to be my monthly, like, here's what I've done in writing. That's going to be over there. And it also achieves my goal of like trying to connect more. So see how this is all coming together. So we'll see how that goes. I'm at least gonna try it for 2023. If it doesn't go well, then I will just like eliminate that tier and we'll pretend that that never happened. But I would like to at least attempt to get that done in 2023. Should I set a specific goal? I probably should. Let's say that I would like to have a shoppable draft by the end of 2023. That's gonna be the intention, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, so anyway, those are just some of my non-specific reading, like, here's what I'm trying to read this year. But I think that this dovetails nicely into what you guys, I believe, have already seen for my reading plans video that I did. This kind of goes in nicely with that, I hope. So, yeah, intentions for 2023, I'm actually like, I'm in a really good, I feel my evangelical days make me feel like saying this out loud is just like inviting. There's this discussion of like, oh, you have these plateaus, but really mostly what you have are valleys where God is teaching you things. I feel like if I say this out loud, then I'm asking myself to be plunged into a valley, and that is like, I just need to let that go. But right now, I am so content in my life. I love doing this. This is such a fulfilling, wonderful hobby. Love connecting with you guys and other creators. Work is going really well right now, at least. It's finally like 2022 was a whole thing for work, but I think we're finally getting into a good place for 2023. I have wonderful friends. I have wonderful family. I love my house. I love my kitties. Like, I'm just in a very content and happy place. So 2023 is not about, for me, changing a ton of things. It's about like, hey, finally have a good rhythm for the autoimmune stuff. Like, I know my routines and meds and diet, like, I'm just gonna keep doing that. Have a good rhythm at work. Let's just keep doing that. And these are just like, the channel continues to be really fulfilling for me. Like, how can I optimize and sustain that? So that is the intentions for 2023, is not to do anything too wild, but just to try to enhance contentment is the theory for 2023. So anyway, those are my non-reading plans, but are related to you guys in some way, which is why I'm sharing them. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts, I guess feedback. I don't know if I need feedback, but you know, I'll take thoughts. Let me know if you've got any intentions for 2023 that you're looking forward to. And yeah, I think that will do it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, follow me on the social medias if you are so inclined. I have all that information listed in the description box below, and I think that will do it. I hope you're having an absolutely lovely day today, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye!